Good morning. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals. Welcome to the second installment of the magazine challenge. I'm working on this book with Nancy from Wishes and Weeds. So this is episode 2. If you missed the first one, click on the link down below and you can see the first episode that I did. I'll also put a link for Nancy's channel down below so you can go over and see what she's up to over on her channel, because we're both doing a similar thing in our own way. We're not challenging each other. It's a personal challenge of ourselves to see what kind of junk journal we can create using only, oh, hold on, I'm trying to grab it, using an old magazine as our only source for paper ephemera and paper colorful things. So I have chosen this book and this magazine, and yesterday we gutted it, and I finished off camera. I finished cleaning around the edges. Off camera, I made my round spine. You've seen me make round spines before, so it's just not a big deal anymore. And if not, Nancy makes hers same way, so head on over. She got hers on camera making hers. So, but I need to do something today before I even go any further, because it really will determine if I am still going to go ahead with this book. And I'll tell you why. I have a challenge with this book. It had a cellophane wrapper on it, if you didn't see, that had a red band on it, and the red band has left marks on this cover that I don't like. And here's my problem. I don't want to get so far into this book that I've made the signatures, that I've made some pretty things out of the magazines, and then I find out that I can't satisfactorily cover up those red lines that I don't like. So I'm going to do that first. That way, if I like how it's turned out, I'm going to go ahead with this cover. And if I don't like how they've turned out, I'll choose another book, and I might have to delay myself a little bit. But anyhow, I'm going to cross my fingers that I can cover these up and still have the cover look very pretty. So we're going to get started here. I'm going to do a test run with 2 different methods, because what I want to do is these red lines that go, one's across the top, one's across the bottom, and it goes all the way across the back. I want to try and cover them up with gold so that it matches the already existing gold that's on the cover. So I have 2 ideas in mind for that. I have my trusty old gilding wax, and I also have an 18 karat gold leafing pen. So we're going to do a test run of both of these on another book cover. So I already tried a test run on paper. I wasn't particularly happy with the pen. I'm not sure whether it has an oil base in it that seemed to, can you see how it soaked right into the paper? So, and I'm worried that if there's this oil base in the pen, that the oil could bleed into the fabric of the cover. So we're going to try it on an old book cover. It's really old and crummy, and I've actually already used it before to practice with various gold leafing and gold pens. It's an old copy of The Wind in the Willows, but it was just in such bad shape, like the spine is completely missing. It was held together with duct tape, the ends are worn off. You know what? I love a book in bad condition, but this one is just beyond. It's even beyond me, and it's a shame because it's 1926, but it is what it is. I love it for, I've also been pulling up pages, and I use it for word snippets because they're nice and big. The children's font is just lovely and big. So it's still being given a second life in a way. So what I want to do is I want to try on here my two different line methods. And that could be all we get done today. Oh, have I got my timer going? I do. All right. So what you need is painter's masking tape, not regular masking tape. Painter's tape is designed to peel off a little easier than, you know, the contractor's masking tape. So I'm going to put some down. Only push on the one side that's going to have the ink or gold. Don't push. There's no need to push down on the other side. I'm just going to eyeball that I've got a nice straight tiny little gold or tiny little band to put my gold gilding wax and also the gold marker. So we'll see. And then we can make a decision. And then we can try it. And cross our fingers that that's still the cover that gets used. I give myself a little pull tab when I do it on a surface like this so that I don't have to pick at it with my fingernail. All right, so we've got these two sides down. Let's do the wax first. This is, in case you're wondering, there you can take a look at the cover. Gede from Pebeo. And this color is Emperor's Gold. Let me see here. Empire Gold. I like this gold. It's a warm, it's not too yellowy. So I'm just going to add some gilding wax to it and see what we get. I want it right into those fibers, so we'll see. Oh, I love the smell of this stuff. It just smells good. If they made a soap, the smell of this, I'd soak myself in it. All right, let's go, because maybe with this one, maybe I didn't shake it enough. I want to give it the benefit of the doubt. I've used it many, many times. I love it. We'll see. Let's just give it a real good shake up. Sometimes they want them shaken for a minute or two. I pre-shook it, so I'm just giving it a little extra now. I shook it before I turned the camera on. All right, let's go. Let's do it. I'll tell you my only other worry about this pen, I don't have a second one ready to go, which is unusual for me. That's one of my little OCD things, is making sure I have the next one ready of whatever a favorite product is. Glues, inks, you know, all my favorite distress inks, I already have unopened packages stored so that if I run out, I got it ready, and I'll order one when I open the second one. And I don't have a second one of this. And I'm worried if I use this, I don't know how full this is. And there's no way to tell. And I can't remember how much I've used it. I don't think I've used it that much. Whereas, if I go with the wax, I know I've got plenty of wax. So we'll wait and see. I do want to burnish that in a bit. I'm going to just use a Q-tip, a little cotton swab here, and just give that a little rub and burnish it. And I'm going to give it a bit more because some of it I can see. I'm up close down here and I can see it. I'm wondering if my brush is rubbing it off. There's quite a texture on this cover. I'm going to use my finger and really rub that in with just my finger. All right. Baby wipe, because this stuff is like glitter. Try and get rid of it if you put it on the wrong, if you touch the wrong surface. Oh, nah, you got gilding wax everywhere. Okay. All right. Oh, hold on. I got two. I'm gonna open that. Go. Alrighty. So let's take this off. Just like removing paint when you've done the molding around your walls when you're painting. Okay, not bad. I see some chunks that I'm afraid to touch because I don't want to smear it all over the book. So that makes me nervous. Let's remove this. All right, so there's some bleeding under the tape. So maybe be a little lighter handed if I do this method. All right, I'm going to stand up and hold this closer. So there's the wax. Come on. There we go. There's the wax. So keep in mind, the cover I'm doing has a much finer weave on the cloth than this poor old thing. And there's the marker. Now, I think the marker is a little bit brighter. A little bit more reflection off the marker. This is a little more dull. So then I've got to decide, does either one match up with that gold? I think either one looks quite nice. I'm almost tempted to, I actually like the marker best in a way. I think it's shinier, prettier, and better applied. On the other hand, I'm almost tempted to go with the gilding wax so that it looks a little older and worn. This book is a little worn, and I don't want it to look brand new on this cover. This is in lovely shape, and I'd rather the eye still go for this little detail work here as opposed to brand new lines that are on the cover. Oh, and now I'm looking at it, and I am seeing some oil bleeding. Now I wonder if that would eventually evaporate. I wonder if I'm seeing something here that, see, it's still there on the other side. Nothing on the wax. All right, so I think that's my decision made too. We're going to go with the wax. All right, well, decision made. Let's do it. Well, we might as well just go for broke. And do it. So I'm not going to do the line that you can see the red across the top and the bottom of the spine. And I'm not going to take the gold over that yet. I'm possibly considering just putting a little bit of lace right over the whole thing. It's a little worn, which surprises me because I found that flaw in the text block of a spread of the pages that hadn't even been cut by the bookbinder. So it makes me wonder if this book has ever even been read. So, so obviously it's been sitting somewhere. I'm just eyeballing. As I always say, my goal is not for perfection. With books, it's for charm. So I might as well do both pages, both sides on the one page, and then do this side. I guess I don't need to fold because I'll be able to grab that tab. When you tape it on a flat surface, that's when it's nice to have a little tab. Well, I guess we will cross our fingers and see if this works or not. Now, I don't want to go onto the spine, so I'm going to put a little stop here. That way. I'm just making sure the tape is well applied. Actually, I'm going to wrap this. All right. Oh boy. This is exciting. And you know what? I'm going to keep this handy. Where is one of my Pringles lids? Because I think I'm going to use my finger to apply the wax. All right, here we go. Cross our fingers. And hope for the best. Oh, jeepers. Don't stick to that. Ah. I just want some gold on the, to go right around the edge. There we go. All right. I'm just going to push that in and use my finger to burnish it. All right, let's do this side. Oh, I've got too much. Oh, see, I've got it on that hand and that finger. I could end up with gold fingerprints all over this book, and then that's done. Very nerve-wracking, but very fun. Please don't get me wrong. This is the kind of excitement I love. Excitement. Can you imagine? Anyone who doesn't do junk journals and they hear that and they go, she thinks that's exciting. Yeah, I do. Pretty funny. Boy, I hope this. Yeah, let's hope this lifts better than last time. No, you still want to try and stick, you little stinker. Let's see how we are on that side. Ah, we're good. Oh boy. Oh, that one feels dry. I wish I knew how it worked. For some reason, somehow it seems to dry. Oh, I got it underneath my nail. Oh boy. Not a lot of tutorials out there. If you know of a tutorial for using gilding wax on paper, please let me know. Right? Give me a name or a channel down below. All right, let me close this for now. And the paintbrush is out of the way. Everything is away. All right, well, let's do the reveal. It's that fast, in case you haven't used gilding wax before. It's ready that fast. Let's get this one off, who's been wanting to stick that whole time. Oh, all right. I am happy. Okay, so those look like they've been there the whole time. And it's better than the red. Oh, I'm very happy. Tiny little bit of red showing up there, but I'd have to do a thicker band, and I don't want to. So again, I'm looking for charm. I'm not looking for perfection. And that will play in over here, because as you've noticed, the red is crooked on this side. And sometimes things about books are crooked. I don't know if you've ever opened an old book and the end papers were right in askew. They just did it. So I'm going for charm. So let's do this side now. And then we'll know for sure that this one is the go. So I'm going to follow the line as opposed to making it straight. I tried everything on these to get that red off. And no, there's no getting that red off of there. So, and then I thought, well, what about putting some lace over it? I really don't want this whole book looking shabby chic. Now that's a little bit wider. I'm okay. That's the back. Oh, I want that longer so that I can go around the edge. I didn't quite get it long enough, so let's just do this. Oh, hold on. I'm taking it off screen just so that I can hold this up to my eyes. It's quite sunny in here today, so I'm dealing with a little bit of glare. There we go. A little bit of glare from my window that's right there. All right. So there we go. Now let's see. Yeah, you want to stick to that paper too. The only reason I've got the paper down is I don't want to get gilding wax on my mat and then be dealing with gilding wax for however long. So the line is my guide. I'm just following it. And if it's a little bit crooked, we're going to call it charm. I think I want that a little bit wider. The top one's a little bit thicker. Come on, let go. Better. So it doesn't look perfect, but it looks nice and it looks better than red. There. All right, fingers. Wait a second. No, not ready. I can see right there a little area that if I push on it, it's going to go underneath. All right, now let's try. Look at that, I've already got gold on that finger. It's everywhere. I was able to bump up our second vaccine. Uh-oh. Oh, I better move fast. I was able to bump up our second vaccine by 2 more weeks. So I'm excited about that. I mean, it's 2 weeks closer to hopefully helping the rest of the country get this lockdown done with. All right, just gonna rub that in. Rub that in. I'm gonna check the clock now. Oh, I'm good. 27 minutes. Let's get all this gold off of here. Gold finger. Oh my goodness. It's everywhere. Let's get this out of the way and closed. And let's take you off. Yes. Love it. Let's try this one. Here, I'll come down closer. There we go. And we'll take this one off. Oh, 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 oh. Don't do that. Behave. Oh, well, come on. Why are you sticking? Oh, you're sticking to the paper underneath. There we go. Yes! Eureka! We did it! That looks nice. Oh, hold on. Sorry, out of focus. Yikes. There, look at that. And that. All right, let me go back. There we go. So the red lines are gone. Okay, so it looks like this cover is a go. And then I will decide. I may wait, and once I have the text block in, or at least even the curved spine put in, then I can do this one. Right now, because it's kind of floppy and bumpy and loosey-goosey, I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to really press on it and well apply the gold wax. So I'm going to hold off on that. Now I know it works, so we're good to go. So if I do decide to opt with a line and put the lace underneath, that's an option for me now. Thanks for joining me today. Not terribly exciting, but perhaps it's something that you've never done before. And now you can maybe get yourself some gilding wax and have some fun with your own journals. So if you haven't subscribed and you want to follow along in this series, just click on subscribe down below and click on the bell. And YouTube will let you know. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. We'll talk soon. Bye.